Hey folks, I'm Gary Carlin, owner of Monsters Creek Outdoors. I had a guy to request several days ago for me to do a video showing how I install the reeds in my predator calls, coon squallers, and so on. The type of game calls that uses the little reed voice system, such as also the wood duck call and different calls of that line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get down and I'm going to show you how I put the reeds into my calls, and I'm going to show you a special tool that I made to put the reeds in with that makes it really easy, and you ain't got to worry about tearing the reeds up or anything. So I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you how I actually install one of the reeds. Now again, this is going to be the same process on a coon squaller, a predator call, wood duck call, hawk screamer, any of those type calls. So I'm going to show you this, and some of you folks out there, it may help some of you other call makers. So I'm going to go through this and show you the process of how I do it here. Okay, I'm going to show you how I put the reed in this call here. This is the 4-in-1 gobble shocker locator call that makes the pileated woodpecker and the wood duck and the peacock and the hawk screamer. So this is how I install the reed into the call. Of course, this is one unfinished call barrel. Right here's the reed. There's the reed. Now on my reeds, I use the rubber bushing on there, as you can see. It fits a 1/2-inch hole. Some of your older vintage calls from many years ago didn't have this rubber bushing on the end. The actual reed just went up inside the call. But using this rubber bushing, it actually prevents the reed from falling out of the call. As wood calls, sometimes, the holes will change sizes due to moisture and drying out and back and forth, such as hot, warm temperatures, cold temperatures, and this rubber bushing kind of will adjust to that and always keep the reed in the call. So what this is that locator call reed, and I put it in this rubber bushing. Now my call here has got a 1/2-inch hole going through it. And before this call is finished, I'll run a reamer in the butt end of this call up here and skirt this hole out. It'll be bigger in this end up here to make the call louder when it's finished. As far as my reed installation tool, this is a golf ball, as you can see, for a handle. This dowel rod, that's just a dowel rod from the hardware. I believe it's a 7/16. I've drilled, it's a little bigger than a 1/4-inch hole up in the end of that rod. And what that does, that allows me, and well, you need to drill the hole far enough up in the rod where your reed is not going to hit when it goes up in there. You can see it's up to about where that line is where the hole goes to up in that. Now I'm going to just stick the reed in the call right there like that. As you can see, that dowel, that tool, slides perfectly up around that reed like that. So that reed is not hitting or pushing against anything up in there. But that dowel is going down around that reed, and it's only pushing on that rubber bushing. I'm going to just go like that. It's just that easy or that simple. And you can see I got that line around that dowel. I shove it in there until that line gets up to my call, and then pull it out. And then there's that reed in there. You can put a mark, like that mark you see right there on that dowel. You put a mark on there wherever you find a sweet spot as far as a depth when you push a reed into a call, because you can push the reed not hardly that far into a call, or a little further, and the call's going to sound all over completely different. For every little bit you move it, the closer to the mouth end of the call the reed is, it's going to sound different. The closer to the butt end it's going to sound different. If you leave the reed closer to the mouth end of the call's going to produce a deeper type sound when finished. The closer you push the reed to the butt end of the call, the higher the pitch is going to get. So it's just that simple to be able to push it in there. I just drilled a hole in that golf ball and drove that dowel rod into that. You don't have to be a golf ball. You could put a number of things on there for a handle. That golf ball it works good for a handle, far as to be able to push into that call. But it just, far as sound, it hits it in the same place every time. For making all the sounds there. So I just thought I would show that. I had a guy to make the request for me to make a video on showing how I put reeds in a call. That's pretty much it. If I want to take the reed out and go up in here, and I can feel that right there when it slips up around that reed, just shove it all the way on through, and it'll just come out the butt end of the call down here just like that. And you got your reed right back out of the call again. Not damaged, of course. So that's all it is to it, pretty much. Video request was by a guy named Tanner King. So I hope this helps you out. Let me know if I need to make a video showing something else here, and I'll be glad to try to help you out. So until next time, I'm Garen Carlin, owner of Monsters Creek Outdoors, and we'll see you next time.